Hi, this is Usha. Welcome to Rathod's IAS classes. Today in this lecture, we are going to see current affairs of 14th August 2022. So let's get started with our discussion and what you're going to get after watching this session completely. So you're going to see one quote and we are going to discuss some editorials, but in this Sunday's newspaper there will be no editorials, but from Monday to Saturday we are going to discuss editorials of The Hindu. And apart from that editorials, we are going to see some important articles which are important from our UPSC point of view from The Hindu. And apart from that, we are also having focus on other important newspapers and some news items from the other sources. And also we are going to give you mains practice questions and prelims practice questions at the end. And also we are focusing on vocabulary. That will be important for improving of your answer writing skills and to include some keywords in your answers. So here the first topic we are going to discuss, it is about triple talaq. So yes, you will be getting a doubt like, so ma'am, this triple talaq is a very old topic, so why are you discussing now? So actually there is one article in our first paper of Hindu newspaper. So it says that even though we got Supreme Court verdict on this triple talaq and Supreme Court said that it is unconstitutional, but there are some people who are facing some issues with this triple talaq. They are living as half divorces. Okay, so because of this is news and this topic is important from your GS paper too, from polity point of view. Here you need to know what is this triple talaq, and here you have to know what is Supreme Court verdict on the Sharia Banu case, and you have to know some constitutional issues or the articles which are mainly violated due to this triple talaq. So these are some important areas that you need to focus. And now let us try to see this topic in detail. So if you see context, it mainly says that, so 5 years after our Honorable Supreme Court, which mainly had came up with a 5-judge bench, 5 judgment under the Chief Justice of India, that is J.S. Khekar, okay. So he invalidated instant triple talaq in August 2017. So in August 2017, so one remarkable judgment that came into limelight, so that is regarding this triple talaq. So this triple talaq, it is a one method that mainly used by this Islam or Muslim community to divorce, right? So here in this case of 2017, Supreme Court said that this triple talaq is unconstitutional as well as invalid. So even though it is now 5 years, but there are some people who are facing issues with this triple talaq. So if you see details, so technically still married and practically divorced, they enjoy no conjugal rights or they are not receiving any regular maintenance from this estranged husband. So estranged means who is not showing any affection towards wife. Okay, so technically yes, they had married and practically they had even divorced by their husbands to this triple talaq, and they are not having any conjugal rights and they do not receive any maintenance. And these women, they are practically abandoned, and women, they cannot remarry as well whenever there is absence of legally valid divorce. So if they are having this legally valid divorce, then they can go for the remarriage. So these are some issues that we are seeing in this women who belongs to this Islam community. And what is this talaq-e-bidat? You have to know this. So in this talaq-e-bidat, if a man who is belonging to religion of Islam, that is he belongs to Muslim, then he can pronounce talaq thrice, either orally or in a written format, in the form of written or in the form of oral, and that can be given to his wife. Then the divorce is considered immediate, so it considered as immediate divorce, and it is also irrevocable. Okay, so this is about this talaq-e-bidat, and you have to know about this talaq-e-bidat, right? And if you move forward, if you're talking about the background, okay, if you're talking about the background here, after 15 years of marriage, okay, so after 15 years of marriage, so I'm talking about this famous Sharia Banu case of case regarding this triple talaq judgment of Supreme Court. So after 15 years of marriage here, Rizwan Ahmed, he divorced his wife. Okay, name of his wife is Sharia Banu in 2016. So that too after 15 years of marriage. Okay, and he also gave the divorce through this instant triple talaq, that is talaq-e-bidat. And later on she filed a writ petition. So what are these writs? So whenever the fundamental rights of people are violated, then they can directly approach the court, okay, either Supreme Court or High Court. And we have 5 writs, like for example, we have habeas corpus, mandamus, certiorari, prohibition and quo warranto. So these are the 5 writs that are present, okay, and they are present in our Article 32 of Indian Constitution, right? So here, if you're talking about, okay, if you're talking about this case of Sharia Banu, so here she got instant divorce from her husband after 15 years of marriage, and she filed a writ petition in the Supreme Court, and she asked to declare 3 Muslim practices. So 3 practices in Islam religion, for example, Talaq, that is instant triple talaq. So they will be saying talaq, talaq, talaq 3 times and they will be getting divorce. And next one is polygamy. So polygamy means nothing but one person who is going to marry more than two people. And next one here is nikah halala. So this nikah halala and talaq, ibidat and polygamy, they have to made unconstitutional. So this is about this writ petition of this Sharia Banu. And she also claimed that these actions, they are violating some important articles which are present in this part 3 of our Indian Constitution. They include, for example, Article 14, Article 15, Article 21 and Article 25 of Indian Constitution. So these articles are violating Article 14, Article 15, Article 21 and Article 25 of Indian Constitution. So if you are talking about the judgment, so what is the judgment? So on August 22, 2017, so a legal ban was announced by this 5-judge bench. So after this writ petition filed, okay, what happened? Supreme Court came up with this 5-judge bench, and in this 5-judge bench, so the decision given by 3:2 majority, okay. So in this 3:2 majority, court decided or declared that this triple talaq is a illegal thing, it is unconstitutional, okay. So this is a thing which mainly said. And the husbands who are facing up to 3 years of prison. So if you at all any husband, okay, who is belonging to this Islam community, if they are giving this instant talaq or instant divorce through this triple talaq, means yes, there will be also a punishment of 3 years of jail in prison. But that also led to number of issues, like, so if husband who is in this jail, means so who are going to give the maintenance? So there were number of issues that came up, and you have to refer those issues. And according to the majority here, triple talaq or talaq-e-bidat is not protected by the exception in this Article 25 of Indian Constitution. And actually Supreme Court said that it is not the important practice under this Islam. So this is about this topic. And now let us try to see next topic. Taliban offers security to Indian mission. So if you see, yes, in this Afghanistan we have Indian embassy, and you can see the image of that Indian embassy on the screen, right? So what happened? So after Taliban, they took control over this Kabul. So yes, because of security, so we left this Afghanistan, right? So again now here Taliban, which is saying that we are going to offer security to Indian mission. So this article is important from your international relations, which mainly comes in your GS paper 2, and this topic will be important from your mains. So now let us try to understand this in detail. So if you see context, it mainly says that, so Foreign Ministry of Taliban dispensation in Afghanistan, so they said that, so we are welcoming India's diplomatic presence in Kabul, and we are also promising to ensure security to the Indian mission in this Afghanistan capital, that is in Kabul. Okay, so the Foreign Ministry of Taliban said that yes, we will welcome India's diplomatic presence. Yes, we will accept the presence of India in this Kabul region, and even we are going to provide some security for this Indian mission in this Kabul also. If you see some details, it mainly says that India's diplomatic presence in Afghanistan would result in the completion of unfinished projects that India had initiated and commencement of new ones. So actually why this India's presence is important in Afghanistan? Actually, you might know that yes, India came with a number of developmental projects in this Afghanistan, and actually they are unfinished. So we initiated those projects and they are in the middle way, right? So if you want to complete those, yes, India's presence in this Afghanistan is very important. and what are those projects that we came up in this Afghanistan. So if you see some examples, so we had number of infrastructure projects in Afghanistan with the help of India. So for example, you can talk about Dilaram, okay, Jarang to Dilaram highway, okay. So this is this project. So this project, it is about 218 kilometers road project from this Jarang to Dilaram in the southwestern province of this Afghanistan. So why this road is important? So especially you know that, so India, which is sharing boundary with Afghanistan and on map, but it comes under this Pak occupied Kashmir region. So if we want to reach this Afghanistan here, yes, Afghanistan which is located here, so we can go through this Pakistan, but Pakistan will be not accepting. So we are taking the help of Iran here, and from India to Iran we are using this Chabhar port, and after reaching this Chabhar port, here we are using this. So we want this roadway especially to reach this Kabul region. So this is the first important infrastructure project, and apart from that, we also have transmission line from this Pool-e-Khumri to Kabul region, and also there is a friendship dam, that is Salma Dam also. And next one here is Afghan Parliament and the Indira Gandhi Institute of Child Health and Habiba School, both are in Kabul. Okay, so these are some important projects that came up by India. So in June here, India re-established its diplomatic presence. So after this Kabul, which entered into the hands of this Taliban, especially because of the security, yes, we left this Afghanistan. So recently in June, India re-established diplomatic presence in Kabul by deploying a technical team in the embassy in this Kabul region. So India had withdrawn its officials from the embassy after Taliban seized power last August following the concerns over the security. Okay, so this is the reason why we withdrawn from this Kabul region, and again we are showing our presence in this Afghanistan's Kabul. So this is about this topic, and now let us move on to next topic. So this topic, it is about legal assistance treaty. Okay, so it is about India, Italy. We are going to have negotiations regarding this legal assistance treaty. So this article is also important from your international relations, okay, which comes under your GS paper 2, and this topic is important from your mains and as well as your prelims. So now let us try to understand this topic in detail. So if you see why it is in news, first of all, so India and Italy, they are fine-tuning, they are coming up with negotiations regarding this MLAT. Okay, it is Mutual Legal Assistance Treaty. Okay, it is about Mutual Legal Assistance Treaty. So this treaty will help two countries to obtain formal assistance in investigation related to this criminal cases. So we are talking about just criminal cases but not civil cases, and this thing you have to keep in your mind. So this Mutual Legal Assistance Treaty talking about criminal cases but not civil cases. So if you see some important details given in this article, so here two countries, they have held already 2 rounds of negotiations regarding this Mutual Legal Assistance Treaty, and final agreement, it is said to be stuck because there are some concerns. So here if you are talking about the maximum punishment in India, it is death penalty for heinous crimes, but this death penalty had been abolished in Italy long ago. So because of this, yes, there are some concerns regarding this Mutual Legal Assistance Treaty, and even Germany had also refused to sign this Mutual Legal Assistance Treaty with India because of the grounds of this death penalty in India. And if you are talking about the data according to Ministry of Home Affairs, this mutual legal assistance, it is a mechanism through which countries, they are going to cooperate with each other, and they will get some information and they will provide some formal assistance to the prevention, suspension, investigation, prosecution of crime to ensure the criminals do not escape or sabotage. Sabotage means to live in the other countries or to reside in the other countries due to the process of law or for want of evidence available in the different countries. So here why we need this type of treaties, because if one person who is doing crime in India, for example, he did some crime in India and he left India and he residing in one more country. So if you are having this mutual legal assistance treaty with this country, then we can get some information and we can provide the information to that so and so country. That will be helpful for investigation, prosecution of this crime, right? And next one here is, so India has so far signed with this mutual legal assistance treaty with 45 countries, And if you're talking about some facts regarding what is this mutual legal assistance treaty, so it is mainly focusing on criminal matters, and these treaties are bilateral treaties. Okay, so whenever the countries who are entered into these treaties, they will provide some international cooperation and assistance to resolve these criminal cases. And these agreements which mainly helpful for the exchange of evidences, information, the criminal and some related matters between the signing countries. So this is the advantage and this is the facts of this mutual legal assistance treaty. So what will be the benefits if our country is signing this agreement with the other countries? So what will be the significance? What is the importance of this agreement? Yes, it will enhance, it will increase the effectiveness of participating countries in the investigation, and will be helpful for the prosecution of the case, and we will be getting cooperation and as well as mutual legal assistance. And next one here is it will help to provide a broad legal framework for tracing, restraint and confiscation proceeds and instruments of crime as well as funds meant to finance terrorist act. So to know about this effectiveness and to know about this cooperation, yes, I can give you one movie name, and this is a movie of Vikram. Okay, so in that Vikram movie, heroine is Nayanthara. Actually, they were raw agents, I think so, and they will be investigating about one drug. Okay, and after taking that drug, actually that drug which is looking like an asthma inhaler. So if they are taking the drug, so they will be getting activated and they will be doing some crimes. So actually the company which is based on Singapore, okay, but Indian people, Indian raw agents, they will be going to Singapore, and from that place, so here the Singapore police, they will be also giving some assistance. Okay, so that here we can go for easy resolving of the cases. So because of this, yes, we need proper cooperation, we need proper mutual assistance from the other countries also, that will be helpful for the easy prosecution of the cases. So this is the one movie, and I like that the movie the most, and try to watch this type of movies and you can understand so what is happening in the practical and reality. Okay, and the next important benefit here is it will be also instrumental in gaining better inputs. So we will be giving better inputs and we will be knowing about what are the laws which are present in that countries, and whenever we are having this modus operandi, that is cooperation from this other countries, then we can go for easily prosecution of the cases, and we can go for resolving of these criminal cases, and we can catch those criminals and terrorists, etc. And in turn can be used to be fine-tuned policy decisions in the field of internal security. So in the internal security also we can get some good practices from those countries as well. So this is about this topic. And now let's move on to next topic. It is regarding HIV drugs. So here you have to know about what is this human immunodeficiency virus and what are the drugs which are used to treat this HIV, and why the protests are happening in India regarding the shortage of these drugs. So these are some important things that you have to know about this topic, and this topic is important from your GS paper 2 under health. So now let us try to see why it is in news. So people who are living with this human immunodeficiency virus, that is HIV, they are facing acute shortage of antiviral drugs that are used for saving of their lives. So whenever there is shortage, so if they know that without those drugs they can't live, means yes, we can see there will be some protest that will be seen from the patient side. Yes, that is exactly the thing that we are seeing now. Yes, these protesters, they are mainly camping outside this NACO, that is National AIDS Control Organization office. So outside of this office, yes, protests are doing by these patients who are facing this acute shortage of this antiretroviral drugs. So what is NACO? NACO is established in year 1992, and actually it is one of the division of India's Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, and this NACO which provides the leadership to HIV AIDS control program, and that too through 35 HIV AIDS prevention control societies. And actually this NACO, it is one of the nodal organization for formulation of policy and implementation of programs for the prevention and control of this HIV AIDS in India. So here this NACO is very important because it is focusing on policy implementation and formulation of policy and as well as prevention and control of this HIV. So this NACO is very important organization that we came up in India in year 1992. So here why it is in use? So here activists, they alleged that these medicines, antiretroviral medicines, so they are not available in the market and they are very important for the life saving of this patients. And Why there are protests? Because there is a fear that whenever there is any interruption in the treatment, that will lead to drug resistance, and that finally leads to deaths for this AIDS people. So protesters, they are for a stock out of this ART, that is antiretroviral drugs, such as dolutegravir, that is 50 mg, and next one is lopinavir, ritonavir, and as well as abacavir. So these are commonly used drugs, and for this shortage of this, especially these drugs, yes, the protests have been seen in the office of the SNACO. So what is antiretroviral therapy? So here these antiretroviral are nothing but antiviral drugs. They are used to treat this HIV, that is human immunodeficiency virus, and each drugs, they fights against the virus in our body. Okay, and the researchers, they shows that the combination, or combination means nothing but we are taking 2 or more drugs as a combination for the effectiveness of the treatment, or we can say that is cocktail. So in the cocktail or mocktail, you will be mixing number of drugs, right, number of juices. For example, in the cocktail you will be mixing grape juice or mango juice, etc. So in the same way, in this cocktail of drugs, we are using 2 or more, okay, 2 or more drugs together, and that is to increase the efficiency of the treatment. And if you're focusing on some facts regarding this HIV or AIDS, so HIV is nothing but human immunodeficiency virus, and this virus which attacks the cells that helps our body to fight against infection. Okay, so it is acting against our immunity, I can say. Actually, this HIV, which mainly identified in year 1981, and this HIV is one of the cause of one of humanity's deadliest and most persistent epidemics. Yes, this was one of the important disease that we are facing now. So even if you're talking with this HIV, how it will spread? Actually, this virus will be present in our body fluids, for example in blood, semen, etc. So whenever we are having unprotected sex, that is a sex with the people who are having this HIV, and whenever we are sharing injections, okay, if you are taking any drugs, so whenever you are sharing the injections, that will be also leading to the transmission of this virus, and from mother to fetus, okay, mother to the baby also, they will be getting this virus. So if we are not getting treated for this HIV, so HIV can lead to the disease called as AIDS, that is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. So immunity will be totally compromised. So we are susceptible to get some more diseases which are easily attacked by our body. Okay, so this is about some facts regarding this HIV or AIDS. So now let us try to see some more important article, that is regarding methane emissions. So here methane formula is CH4. Okay, so this article is talking about this methane emissions, and this article is important from your environment and ecology, which comes under your GS paper 3, and this topic will be important from your mains itself, from not your prelims. So now let us try to see this topic in detail. So why it is in news? So recently a new study which found that landfills are nothing but dumping site. So we are collecting the waste and we are keeping that waste in a landfills or dumping sites. So in this dumping site, so it is one of the important cause for the releasing of this methane into atmosphere. And this study found that landfills make substantial contributions to this greenhouse gas emissions in 4 major cities. So in 4 major cities, so these landfills, they make some substantial contributions to this greenhouse gases. And if you're focusing on the details, so emissions from this Buenos Aires in Argentina, Delhi, Mumbai, and as well as Lahore in Pakistan, so they are releasing about 1.6 to 2.7 times larger amount of methanes. Okay, so this is about this article. And if you see this image, so this image is like somewhat interesting. So how we can generate this methane? Methane can be generated through this methogenesis process from biological sources and even non-biological sources. Okay, so from biological sources and from non-biological sources, that will release the methane. And what are this methane which released, which can be used by this methanotrophy, okay, that is through the microbial consumption, and even that will also undergo a chemical degradation, that is the breaking. Okay, so this is about the cycle of methane. So if you're focusing on some important facts regarding this methane, so this methane accounts about 1/5 of global greenhouse gas emissions, and it is about 25 times as potent as carbon dioxide, and it is having the ability to trap this atmosphere, okay, heat in the atmosphere, so that will be also leading to this global warming. And if you're talking about the concentration of this methane in our atmosphere, which have more than doubled due to this human related activities. So in last 2 centuries, methane concentrations in atmosphere which have more than doubled, mainly because of human related activities. And methane, which is like short lived when we compare it with the carbon dioxide, and methane is emitted from a variety of anthropogenic sources, for example human influenced human related activities, and as well as through the natural sources, that is from the biological sources, this methane is released. And human sources like landfills, oil and natural gas systems, and agricultural activities like livestock rearing, coal mining, stationary and mobile combustion, and as well as wastewater treatment, and as well as some certain industrial processes. So in this all these areas, so there will be releasing of methane. So these are some important facts regarding this methane. So now let me talk about a small announcement that we came up in this Rathod's IS. In Rathod's IS, we came up with this prelims test series, and this prelims test series we are providing 30 tests, which includes both your GS and CSAT. So if you want to clear this UPSC first, you have to clear this first stage of examination, that is prelims. So nowadays clearing prelims, it is one of the big tasks, right? So here we need to focus on how the questions are coming and how we are answering that, and how our brain is working whenever we are taking that test. So for this trial and error method, this test series is very useful, and we are offering this test series without compromising on the quality, and we are giving the recent current affairs, and we are focusing especially on the current affairs and as well as important topics, so where there's a high chance of getting the questions. So here we are providing this test series for just 3,000 rupees only, okay, and this is 1 year course, and we will be giving you detailed schedule of this test series. So here the details of this test series is given in the description box. You can download it and you can see the schedule, and if you have any doubts, so you can call me on this number 8074765513. Okay, so now let us try to see some more important articles that appeared in other sources. Title says Iran may accept European Union proposal to revive nuclear deal if demands met. So yes, you have to know about what is this JCPOA, Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, and simply it is also called as Iran's nuclear deal. So why it is in news? So here Iran says that we are going to accept this European Union proposal if in this deal if it is accepting the demands of Iran, then we are going to accept this Iran's nuclear deal. So this is the thing which mainly said by Iran. So now let us try to see this topic, and this topic is important from your GS paper 2 under international relations, and this topic is important from both your mains and as well as for your prelims. So if you are talking about why it is in news, so European Union came up with a proposal, and this proposal which is focusing on reviving of this Iran's nuclear deal. So when is Iran's nuclear deal which came into picture? That is in 2015, right? So European Union came up with a proposal to revive this 2015's Iran's nuclear deal, and it can be acceptable if it provides assurance to Iran's key demands. So if it is providing assurance to this Iran's key demands, yes, then Iran which is going to accept this proposal of this European Union. So this is the thing which mainly said. And actually this European Union which came up with a final text following the 4 days of indirect talks between US and as well as Iranian officials. So after indirect talks with this US and as well as Iranian officials, yes, European Union came up with a final text. So now let us try to see what is this JCPOA. So JCPOA, it is also called as Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, in short Iran's nuclear deal. So here it came up in year 2015. So it is between this P5 plus 1, okay, plus Iran. So P5 countries or powerful 5 countries includes China, France, Russia, UK and as well as US, and the one other country plus 1 here is Germany. So under the deal here, Iran agreed to significantly cut its stores of centrifuge. Okay, these centrifuges are useful for the enriching of uranium that can use for preparation of these nuclear weapons. And Iran also agreed to implement a protocol, and in this protocol it said that yes, it will allow the inspectors, okay, from this IAEA, and they can come to Iran's nuclear sites and they can go for checks. And in return, here Western countries, they said that they are going to lift sanctions on this Iran. And next one here is US also committed to lift the sanctions on oil exports as well, and to restrict the financial transactions. So these are the written give and take relationship between this Iran and these powerful 5 countries plus Germany. So if you're talking about what are the changes agreed under Iran's deal to limit this nuclear program, so there are some research side, there are some enrichment energies. So actually this here you can see this FODO. So this FODO converted from fuel enrichment to technology center. So actually recently there is nuclear enrichment, that is uranium enrichment program that is seen in this FODO, which is located here. And these are some important nuclear site, nuclear sites or nuclear plants in this Iran. So now let us see the main question which appeared in this 2018. So that is, in what ways would ongoing US-Iran nuclear pact controversy affect the national interest of India? So how should India respond to the situation? So try to write the answer for this question. You can see this type of questions that you can expect in the UPSC in relation to India regarding international relations. So now let us try to see next topic. It is regarding government to enumerate, that is, it is going to count the people who are working as clean seavers. So it is talking about manual scavenging. So why government came up with this step? Because of this manual scavenging, number of people, they are dying every year. And still, what happened? We have developed a lot in technology, in science, but still now we are using this manual scavenging in some spaces, and because of this manual scavenging, it is also leading to the loss of life. So this article is important from your GS paper to under society. Okay. So now let's try to see this topic in detail. So why it is in news? So Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, and you have to remember this ministry for sure. So here Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, it is now preparing to undertake a national-wide survey. And in this survey, they are focusing on counting, that is enumerating all people who are engaging in this hazardous cleaning of sewers and septic tanks, okay, because since 2017 onwards, there are about 351 manual scavenging deaths had been recorded. And ministry officials, they said that in this listing exercise or counting exercise, so it will be conducted across 500 AMRO, that is Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation cities, and in the part of this union government's a national action plan for mechanized sanitation ecosystem, that is Namaste. So under this Namaste plan, Namaste scheme, they are going to come up with this enumeration of this people who are working as this manual scavengers for cleaning of the septic tanks, etc. So if you see some details, it mainly says that the idea it is to link these sanitation workers to the Swachhata Udyami Yojana. So why we are coming up with this counting? Because we need to link these sanitation workers to this Swachhata Udyami Yojana, and through which here they will be going to get own sanitation machines, and the government will ensure that the municipality level the work keeps coming in, said a senior government official. So here what is the idea? The idea here is we need to link the sanitation workers to this Swachhata Udyami Yojana. Under that they are going to get their own sanitation machines. Okay, so manual scavenging, what is this? So manual scavenging, it is a term which used for manual cleaning and as well as carrying, disposing of, otherwise handling human excreta, and as well as otherwise handling some insanitary latrines, open drains, sewers or septic tanks, etc. So it is the meaning of this manual scavenging. So if you're talking about this Namaste, it stands for National Action Plan for Mechanized Sanitation Ecosystem Scheme, and actually it is a joint venture between the 3 important organizations. That is, the first one is Department of Drinking Water and Sanitation, next one is Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, and Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. So if you're talking about what are the objectives of this scheme, so first one is yes, zero fatalities in this sanitation work in India. So yes, we need to achieve this zero fatalities, and as of now, as I said, about more than 370 deaths had been recorded, okay, since 2017. And next one here is no sanitation works come in direct contact with this human excreta or human fecal matter. And all sewer and septic tank sanitation workers, they have access to these alternative livelihoods also. So because of this namaste is very important. And now let us try to see one more interesting topic, that is regarding rice fortification. So 1 year of rice fortification programs that are going to come up by the government. So because of this is a news, and this topic is also important from your GS paper 2 under health. So now let us try to see this topic. So why is it news? So government has been supplying this fortified rice for 1 year. So if you're talking about background here, Government of India last year launched this fortified rice would be used in every scheme of the Government of India throughout the country by 2024 in a phased manner. So in a phased manner, so we are going to have this, have this program, that is supplying of this fortified food. So government last year announced that this fortified rice would be used in every scheme of the Government of India. And if you're talking about what is rice fortification, so we are taking rice and we are adding some important minerals. For example, micronutrients like iron, like vitamin B12, folic acid, etc. And the ratio here is 1:100%. 1:100. And if you're talking about the amount of this micronutrients can be added here as per this FSSAI norms. So for 1 kg of this fortified rice, it contains 28 to 42.5 mg of this iron. And next one here is folic acid will be like 75 to 125 micrograms, and vitamin B12 it is like 0.75 to 1.25 micrograms. So if you're focusing on what are the benefits, so fortification of rice is a cost effective thing, and even that will be helpful for providing some complementary nutrition or supplements for the people, and it will be helpful to fight against this malnutrition, poverty, hunger, etc. So what are the issues? Yes, when we are providing this when we are providing this fortified rice, yes, there are some issues like there is no proper details regarding so what will be the benefits if you are going for this fortification of rice, and there will be also hypervitaminosis, that means high level of vitamins that can be seen in this rice, and dietary diversity is much better alternative to the fortification. So this is about this topic. And now let us try to see some interesting thing that I came for you people, that is what is rice fortification. So rice fortification means we are increasing the percentage of essential micronutrients, for example minerals, vitamins, etc. So here first we are taking the rice and we are converting rice into rice flour, and we are mixing some vitamins and minerals, and we are pouring them into extruder. So in this extruder we will be getting kernels which are in the shape of rice, and from with the regular rice we are mixing these kernels and we are going to blender such that we can get this fortified rice like this. And now let us try to see prelims practice questions. The first one is regarding JCPOA, Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action. So which of the following are the part? So as I said, Italy plus P5 plus 1. So China is there, Japan, France and Germany. So Japan it is not the part. So the correct answer here is 1, 3 and 4 only. And next question. So next question here is, on one side you will be having sex and one side you will be having country. Syndex Singapore, Udara Shakti Malaysia, Indradhanush UK and Eastern Bridge South Korea. So Eastern Bridge it is not South Korea, it is Oman. So your correct option will be 1, 2 and 3, and the correct option here is only 3 pairs. The topic of day here is, yesterday I said that what is the difference between this meteor and meteorite? So no one had been replied. So here meteoroid means, so this is the rocky substance which is present in the space. Whenever it is coming into the atmosphere, because of friction it will be like burning. That is called as meteor. So after burning in the atmosphere, if there is anything which is left and that is falling on the earth's surface, that is called as meteorite. So this is the difference between this meteoroid, meteor and meteorite. And now let us try to see the vocabulary part. So first one is estranged. Estranged means no longer close or affectionate to someone. Next one is refrain. Refrain means stop oneself from doing something. So I'm refrain means I'm refrain from taking classes. Means I'm stopping myself to take the classes. Next one is abandoned. Abandoned means having been deserted or left. So my family left me. So because of that I became abandoned. Next one is prosecution. So the institution and conducting of legal proceedings against someone in respect to the criminal charges. So we are going for just conducting some legal proceedings, that is called as prosecution. So this is about this vocabulary today. So I want to make a small announcement now. We in Rathod Science, we came up with this entire foundational course for UPSC CSE 2023 and 2024, and we are providing more than 600 hours of video classes, and apart from this we will be having live class on every Sunday, and we are also focusing on prelims test series and mains answer writing course of 1 year. You will be getting as a bonus if you are taking this foundational course for UPSC CSE, and the validity of this course is 2 years, and you can easily take this, and the total cost of this course here is 49,000 rupees, and if you want to pay in installments, yes, we are also providing this installments as well. Okay, so try to join this course, and if you have any doubts, so please call me on the number that is 8074765513. Okay, so apart from this foundation course, if you want to take individual courses like only economy, history, ethics, so you can also take the individual courses. So now let us see the today's Hindu PDF. So it is my duty to show this Hindu PDF, right? So this is the Hindu PDF of today, that is August 14th, and this is Delhi edition. So first topic, it is regarding this triple talaq. I discussed this topic in detail. Okay, and one more article that is regarding Himachal Pradesh toughens anti-conversion law. So you have to know about what is anti-conversion law. Already I discussed number of times. And you can simply leave these pages. There is nothing much important in our today's newspaper, because tomorrow is Independence Day, right? So entire newspaper which is based on this Independence Day and Independence Day celebration itself. So here you can see in the city page, Delhi reports 5th case of monkeypox. So here you have to refer again some facts regarding this monkeypox virus. And this one is security beefed up at this Red Fort. Okay, so this is also very important. And this one is man killed for urinating on wall and 4 arrested. So this is some ethical issues that we can see. And one more interesting topic I want to share here is regarding one Dalit boy dies after being assaulted by teacher. So yes, till now in this 21st century also we can see there is discrimination against this Dalits, that is scheduled caste. Okay, so if you read this article, then you will be getting insights like, so a 9-year-old Dalit boy, he just drank the water or touched the pot of the drinking water of these higher caste teachers, and they had been assaulted him, and these children who joined the hospital, and finally during the treatment, and this boy lost his life. So what is your opinion? If you are a collector of that district, what are the steps you are going to take? So you have to think about that, and what are the ethical dimensions are present here, and you have to let me know in the comment box. Don't forget about this homework for sure. And this page number 12, there is nothing much important, and the page number 13 also, and in this page number 14 you can see US worried over routing of this Russia's oil, and we are getting discounted oil from this Russia, right? So because of this, it is one of the cause of concern for US. And next one is Taliban offers security to this Indian mission. And next one is India, Italy to negotiate this legal assistance treaty. I discussed this topic. And if you move forward, here you can see one more article, that is Punjab bans use of 10 insecticides. So here the reports, they are saying that the samples of this basmati rice which is grown in this Punjab, they are having some residues of certain pesticides, okay, at a maximum residue level. So because of this, now Punjab government which decided to ban the use of 10 of these formulations for the 60 days from this Friday. Okay, you have to know about some examples of those insecticides which had been banned in Punjab. So that will be important from your interview point of view. And next one here is 3 held for smuggling of sloth bear. You have to see some facts regarding this sloth bear. So this is very important. And here you can see China sending fighter jets to Thailand for joint exercises. So this topic is also important. And here in the science and technology page, here you can see walking a tight rope in messaging transmission routes. So this article says that here public health communication about diffusion rates, okay, about different rates of transmission of this monkeypox virus, they are very much critical. Okay, but especially demographic can also change. So this is about this topic. And next one, it is regarding urban settlements. So here southwest corner of this Amazon basin, so here there was a one complex urban settlement. It was mainly built by this ancient periods. It mainly found Okay, it mainly found so because of this is the news. And next topic is regarding this methane emissions. I discussed this topic, and I discussed about this HIV drug shortage. And if you move on to this 18th page, that is FAQs here. So here you have to refer about this coastal ecosystem norms. Okay, so that is very important from your UPSC point of view. And next one is, it is about the threat from this zoonotic disease, the disease which was transmitted from this animal to humans. So this article is also very important. You can go through these two articles. This is a homework for your students. So by this I'm concluding. I hope you enjoyed this lecture. So if you're new to this Rathod Science Academy, so please subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon so that you will be getting regular notifications. And one more thing here is, if you really like this video, so please hit the like button. And if you want to get this PDF of this class, you can join the Telegram channel. Link is given in the description box. So by this I'm concluding. Thank you so much and have a nice day.